Well, you're hearing the sirens wail down Bellevue Avenue here in downtown Dublin. You know what time it is, everybody. Time for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in downtown Dublin. Welcome in for our special edition of WGXA News on the Road. I'm William Bazone, filling in on the desk today. Local sheriff's offices and police departments making their way down right now. We got the Dublin Police Department leading things off. Got some guys in some costumes out here getting the parade going. People waving out the pickup trucks. Thank you to all those men and women who serve in our law enforcement every day. They put their lives on the line. We appreciate all that they do. Got everybody marking time right now. We got the color guard. It looks like the Marine Corps flag out here today. GSP as well. I've actually never noticed that. They've got the State Patrol neon lights on the front of that car. I've seen the trucks go by before, but just never seen it's a cool little detail you don't sometimes see out here. Beautiful weather in Dublin today. Sun is shining. A little hot. I might come home with a sunburn, but it's totally worth it to be out here and enjoying this beautiful, beautiful Saturday and this time-honored tradition, 61st annual parade. Here we got the Lawrence County Sheriff pickup truck making their way through. Other law enforcement again making their way down Bellevue Avenue here. East Dublin Police as well. Handing out candy to all the kids today. This is like one of the days on any given year where everybody just decides they want to get up early. It's hard for anybody in this day and age to be up early, but I feel like St. Patrick's Day is one of those where you want to be up early and enjoy it and spend time with your friends and family, put on that green, and have a party, especially here in Dublin, Georgia, the home of the Irish. Rolling on by now, we got the Lawrence County Fire Department waving out there. Look at the little kids here. I'm surprised these kids just aren't fazed by these sirens. Like if I was in there, I'd be scared, you know. I'd be real scared, you know. They're just calm as a cucumber in there. Love to see it from these little kids out here. Now we've got the fire trucks rolling by. This is exciting for all the kids out here. Nobody out on those ladders right now though. Might have been a little bit fun. Throw candy into the crowd. I'm just out here being the armchair parade guy, I guess. Now we're taking a live look over downtown Dublin on our WGXA Skywatch weather cam. Again, beautiful weather here in Dublin today. Sun is shining, as I said earlier. You may need to put on your sunblock if you forgot it at home. It's maybe one of those things people weren't thinking about, but you know what they didn't forget, of course, is wearing that lovely green color. A lot of green out here today. A lot of Masters green, too. Can't believe we're just about a month now from the big tournament starting. Of course, if you're watching at home, you can probably see my Masters polo, but a lot of Masters green out here in Lawrence County this morning. I had the privilege of going there last year for the first time. It was just a great opportunity, once in a lifetime, as they say. Can't get enough of those chicken salad sandwiches. The cookies are great there too. I think the best thing ever was I called my there's a fire horn. Hello. I called my dad on a landline phone. I think he probably thought I died or something. And I was like, "Hey, did it work?" And he's like, "Yes, it worked." So that was very fun. That was one of my fondest memories, was being there last year with Amanda Peralta, our anchor. We had a very fun time exploring through there. Just whatever you do, just go into the gift shop with a budget. You never want to go in there not knowing how much you're going to spend. Meanwhile, walking down Bellevue Avenue right now, we've got Mayor Joshua Kite walking with his family, waving to everybody out here and his family. Mayor Kite's a great guy. We've talked with him a few times, and he looks to be here with his family. They're all wearing green. We'll give them a quick wave. Hello. Thanks for welcoming us in today to downtown Dublin. Again, we are partying here on Bellevue Avenue, watching everybody go by. Look at that little kid right there. He's got the leprechaun beard on. He's got the leprechaun hat. Party's on here in Dublin. More candy going out. I'm telling you, what's the one candy you would love to get from these these parades. Everyone's throwing out candy, but it always kind of ranges, right? It's either like the Jolly Ranchers, it's the Tootsie Rolls. Man, if you gave me like a pack of like Skittles or M&Ms, I'd be excited. You eat a Jolly Rancher, and it's, especially on a hot day, it'll just get all melty and sticky. And even Tootsie Rolls, I don't really want to be chewing something that's super hot and melted. But speaking of which, I've got Ray, our promotions director, handing us a little something. We've been able to have some of these delicious green donuts from Williamson's Bakery here in downtown Dublin. We got the green donuts. They're very good. If you've got a chance, make sure you go get them while they last here for St. Patrick's Day. A very exciting part of this year, of course, is the green food. Obviously, you can't go wrong with the corned beef and cabbage. I remember growing up, my grandma made a really good Irish soda bread. Always have fond memories of St. Patrick's Day, especially from an Irish family. Of course, Bazzone is about as Italian as spaghetti and meatballs, but still got some Irish in that family, and I'm very proud of that. And we've got the Dublin-Lawrence County Teen Court making one difference at a time here with their lovely dual trailer there getting pulled around. Nice old Corvette here. Got the Lawrence County Probate Court, Janola Jackson, making her way down, waving to the crowd. These county commissioners, these city council members, these mayor candidates, everybody here in local government, it's been very fun to cover in all different counties. We cover 31 counties here in Middle Georgia, folks, and it's always unique to go interact with those people and see what they're doing for their community. They have an important job to do. They make the decisions that impact you on a daily basis, and WGXA, we're keeping you ready for what's next. Always willing to hear what people have to say, not just from the local government side of things, but those living in our communities. No tip is too big or too small. Always feel free to give us a call, an email. We're very close by. Looks like a little Nissan sports car here. Very exciting. We've got the Woman of the Year making her way down Bellevue Avenue now for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Festival. Lawrence County, we've had a great time here this week. We were here yesterday on the road. Thursday, I was here for the famous pancake supper. It's been going on as long as St. Patrick's Day has been happening here in Dublin and Lawrence County. And I'll tell you, those pancakes, they're really good. I don't know what they do to make them so good, but they're just fluffy and thick. And somebody had the novel idea of telling me, hey, wrap the sausage inside the pancake, and it was heaven. I'll tell you, they smoked 1,500 pounds of sausage from, I think it's a place called Lord's here in Lawrence County, and it's truly incredible how smoky it is. I guess they had smoked it in the morning is what I heard, and they left it in a cooler. It allowed it to get that savory flavor and remain tasty even after all that time. For joining us on the road this morning here in Dublin, William Bazzone, WGXA News here, leading our parade coverage today. This is a neon green pickup truck. When's the last time you saw one of those out on the road? It's Amy Cannon making her way through right now for the Spirit of the Festival Award. She's waving to everybody. Hello, Amy. And we've got Miss St. Patrick's in her court now. Ran into Miss St. Patrick on Thursday as well. She was out and about at the pancake supper, being very busy. It's her family. We'll give them a quick wave. Hello, as they walk through Bellevue Avenue in downtown Dublin. Big old tractor pulling them here. It's always fun to see. Not often you see a tractor just out on the road like this, but again, a fun sight to see as always. And the St. Patrick's Committee now making their way, and the award winners. There's the lucky leprechaun himself waving to everybody. Happy Saturday here before St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's got their tractors today. That's 1, 2, 3 coming. There's a third one coming our way now. A lot of green shirts making their way through the crowd on Bellevue Avenue here in downtown Dublin. Oh, we had a costumed leprechaun like a mascot. Now we've got a real walking leprechaun here, folks. Take a look at this. Man, some great shoes there too. Are those some Air Forces I see there? I'll tell you, I love everybody wearing their green and getting excited for this holiday. The spirit here is alive and well. We got the Dublin Civitan making their way through, the Leadership Georgia class of 2026. They got the music going. They're clapping to the beat, marching their way down the promenade here. There, the Grand Marshal getting ready to go. They're having a party, waving to everybody. Happy Saturday, everybody, here in downtown Dublin. 10:20 is the time. William Pizzone, WGXA News here, leading that parade coverage. 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Big part of Lawrence County every year. And it is, again, an honor to be here and taking advantage. Let's get this party started. That is right. That's what we want to see on a Saturday morning. Just so many people to thank. Obviously, our crews at home making this show look great. Our crews here doing a great job. Just want to thank my friends and family for being my biggest supporters. I'm not acting like this is a big dream or anything, but it's an honor to be here today and leading this and having fun here with you guys. It's just 2 years ago when I came here to Macon, I didn't think I'd be doing this, but we're here now, and every day I'm extremely grateful for it. So not to get too sentimental and put all that light on me, the light here is on that Dublin St. Patrick's Day Festival 61st Annual Fiesta happening here today in Dublin. I love seeing all these old cars driving down the promenade here. We got Matt Hatchett, state representative, driving an old Chevy short bed pickup truck. Look at that. I don't know how they made cars. It's weird because it looks like a car maybe from the late 50s, and those cars were usually pretty big. You look at those old Impalas and those old Fords, right? They're all long and they got a wide body, right? That is probably the tiniest car from the 50s I think I've ever seen. So always love seeing those fun old cars go by. That'd be one of those dreams of mine, is just having one of those old cars and take it out for a spin, work on it. It'd be like my pride and joy a little bit before I have some little ones come along. Dublin Civitan Club president making her way through now in a truck, waving to everybody. Very exciting. And the American Legion Post 17 here in Dublin also getting festivity. They got some foam hands on. How about that? Waving to everybody, but they're not green. And I am wearing green today, so nobody can pinch me. I know that's obviously a big tradition. We got the Carl Vinson VA Medical Center leading the charge. Talked about it earlier. Bellevue Avenue, and it looks like we're back here. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back here in downtown Dublin for the 61st Annual St. Patrick's Festival, and we've got Miss Dublin. How about that? We've got some very special guests here, and one joining us now in just a few minutes. Loving the shoes today, loving the outfit. How about this? Good Saturday morning. How's it going?
Top of the morning to you.
It's great to see you. We're joined by some very special royalty in the house.
I don't know about that.
So 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Festival. How long have you been living in Dublin for?
So I'm considered a newbie, only about 9 years, but I have served on the festival committee, so I'm a little familiar with what's happening.
So what makes this event so special every year? Obviously, it's...
Ron.
It's not...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Keep going. What makes this festival so special? You work on the board every year. You're in charge of making sure this event runs as smoothly as possible, and it does. But what does it mean to you after all these years?
It's so fun, and especially a day like today. The weather has blessed us today, and we get about 25 to 27,000 people downtown every day for this. It's been the whole day.
I can't believe it. 27,000 people, and heck, more people here this morning running the road race. Did you run?
I did not run today. No, I did not run today. But it's a great day. We show up. All of our civic organizations are very involved, and it's really a huge community event.
Absolutely. And out of all the events that go on throughout the week, obviously there's the pancake supper, there's the famous breakfast that go on the Tuesday of the week. Is there an event that really stands out to you after all of the work that you've done, all the work that goes into it?
I do love the parade, especially when the weather's like this, because everyone is just so festive. I mean, how much green have you seen here today?
I think I think the more appropriate question was, how much green haven't I seen?
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
Everyone's in their green. Masters green especially. I've seen a lot of those Augusta National shirts out here. I see the Georgia Southern shirt there.
That's right.
Gata, right?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Did you go to Georgia Southern?
Actually, I did not. It's funny that I have this on today, but I did not. But proud to rep it, no problem.
And what's your message to those who haven't been out to Dublin yet? Obviously, it's a sight to see here. You're seeing all these tractors go by, these festive floats. You've got so many fun events throughout the week.
Yeah.
How do you pitch that to somebody that's maybe driving through here on their way to Savannah or Statesboro or wherever, right? How do you pitch that to them to come here and check out St. Pat's for Dublin?
For anything. So our slogan is "Good people live here." So we'd like to think that good people visit here. And we have great restaurants downtown. We have shopping. We have great green space. And it's just a great place to come and visit.
And on that St. Patrick's plate on Tuesday, what's one thing you got to put on that plate? Is it the corned beef? Is it the cabbage, potatoes, Irish soda bread? What's one thing you can't leave off?
I know. The corned beef and cabbage, as soon as the parade's over, that's where I'm heading. But the Arts and Crafts Parade, or the Arts and Crafts Festival, so many great vendors over there. And, of course, our music and munchies tonight. And, again, the weather has blessed us today.
It's going to be, I think, what I heard yesterday from our Skywatch weather team, a high of 80 degrees today.
So it's crazy. It's crazy.
I was joking just a few minutes ago. We did not, I don't think any of us brought sunscreen, anything. I don't think any of us were.
No, we were not. We were, that is for sure. We'll be red-faced tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Enjoy the parade, and we'll let you guys take a look at all the stuff going on right now.
Awesome. Let's try yours.
Got some roasters, some drags. How about this? Always love seeing the old stuff driving through here. It is 10:28 now here in downtown Dublin. Parade rolling right on through on Bellevue Avenue. And again, I've always, like I said, wanted to ride on one of these like three-wheel trike things. I'm a big Batman fan, and it kind of reminds me or is it two wheels? Wait a second, is it two wheels or three? I want to see this guy go by real quick here. And it is, it is three. Okay, it's just a really tiny one. Okay, yeah. Like I said, lost my train of thought there. I'm a Batman fan, and I would love to ride in one of those and feel like I'm Batman. And now we got the clown cars, ladies and gentlemen. Got the Al Shia guys making their way through from Macon, riding in the Scat Cats. Got their fun flags on them and the fezzes. I tell you, I remember these guys last year. They're fun. It seems like it would be uncomfortable to be in one of those for an hour and a half parade. They don't look comfortable, but they look to be having fun. Hello! Happy Saturday. Welcome to Dublin. Oh, here we go. This is like a crazy modded car here. Look at this guy. Looks like, you guys remember that cartoon from when we were kids, Wacky Races, right? This thing right here, I think this is another Al Shia car. They've got, it looks like one of those things you would find in like Wacky Races, like one of those things Dick Dastardly would be driving, or one of those other characters. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but built by Wyatt Sign Company. How about that? It really is. Yes, this is really Wacky Races today. And they looks like they put one of the little cars on the trailer. It may have run out of gas or battery. I don't know what those things run on. Maybe like AAA batteries or something. I don't know, but that's impressive. how they last for as long as they do. I wonder how fast they could go if you got behind the wheel of those. Could you really run it to the floor? Whoa, hey now. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you here in downtown Dublin today. Another tractor trailer coming through here. It's Georgia First Bank with another, I think that's an inflatable leprechaun costume. My guy's looking like David Byrne here from Stop Making Sense with that bulky suit on. How about that? Hello, sir. Top of the morning. Our good friend Seamus the Leprechaun is here hanging out with us next to us today. You can't see him; he's a little short, but he's been my pal. He's been my eyes and ears all morning, telling me what's coming up. I don't know how they're doing that. I buy junk vehicles, and he's riding out here. Is there like a fourth wheel under? Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of tiny little wheels that they took off the ground. It's kind of a bait and switch. That's too good. 3-wheel cars. I buy junk vehicles. How about that, kiddo? Yeah, you wave to the crowd. I love that. Is that a Crown Victoria right there? Can't exactly tell, but it's old. It's old. That's all I can say. We may have to break out the carbon dating for that one. Thanks for joining us for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in downtown Dublin. William Bazone from WGXA News on the desk today on special assignment on the road. Looks like we got the Cat in the Hat and the Things on the road here with Fairview Park Hospital. Feeling down on your luck, they're always here to serve you as they're... I would hope I'd be feeling lucky this time of year. I'm so grateful. So many great things in my life happening. I'm here on a Saturday morning. The sun is shining. How could we not be happy? But if you're struggling, it's okay. It's okay to get help. It's okay to speak up for yourself. I hope everybody knows that at home. It is... So it looks like Thing 1 and Thing 2 making their way here. Taking a look over downtown Dublin. Parade still in full effect as they make their way down Bellevue Avenue here in downtown Dublin. We'll be hanging out here all morning. William Bazone, WGXA News, thanks again for joining us. It is the Cat in the Hat, Thing 1, and are they both... wait a second. They both have Thing 2 on. I don't get it. It doesn't work like that. You gotta have... It's Thing... So who's Thing 1? Who's Thing 1 and who's Thing 2? I can't tell. I can't tell who like this is just, I don't know who's who. It's very confusing. But we got some folks from West Lawrence out here. maybe I'm Thing 1. I don't really know. I might be the center of attention today, but I am not the center of attention. This parade is going to be that way for surely. There's Thing 1. Hey there, Thing 1. Hey, we were trying to... she's not looking at me. That's okay. Good talking to you. We got some masked characters on the back of these. Looked like Peppa Pig there for a second, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is Peppa Pig. I can't tell. And there's Elmo. That I can tell is Elmo. Hi, Elmo. And an astronaut. I think those are some moon boots right there. Holy 1980s out here. The Oppo suit. How about that? The Shamrock 4-leaf clover suit. Love to see that. And we got the old... Dang, that's got to be from the 30s or 40s right there. Look at the white wall tires. Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to downtown Dublin. We're having a party. It's a great morning, having a great time. Enjoying this Lawrence County air. And then we got a green Bronco here. How fitting for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I hear the band's coming. Fairview specialists here, pediatric surgery, giving their waves. Hello. These kids are some of the most well-behaved, I'll tell you. That is impressive work right there. Thanks again for joining us today here in downtown Dublin. We appreciate you waking up for us on the road. It's William Bazone, WGXA News. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that today, but by the end of the day, you'll know my name. That's the most important thing. And we got the marching bands coming up. I remember those days of marching in parades and walking in the heat, except our parades were in May in Ohio, and it was humid and hot. And we would always be playing fun music and enjoying the weather. East Lawrence, the Band of Gold, walking down Bellevue Avenue right now. Congratulations to the Lady Falcons. Get this, folks. Ladies basketball yesterday won the first state title in the school's history. Impressive work from Danielle Lothar and those Lady Falcons. I'm sure they are partying hard on St. Patrick's Day, but the Band of Gold making their way down Bellevue Avenue right now. And they are playing Shipping Up to Boston, the only song you should be playing on St. Patrick's Day. Shipping up to find my wooden leg. There we go. There we go. Yeah, give it up for them. How about that? Every time I hear that song, it reminds me of the Scorsese movie, The Departed, and the Irish crime bosses there. Give it up for the Band of Gold from East Dublin, Georgia. The heart and joy out there. Got the band trailer going through. Man, this just reminds me of those marching band days. You'd be on the bus, you'd be hanging out with your friends, and the band trailers would have all your gear in it. And it would be, and you'd hope by the time you got there, your instrument would still be in one piece. It's like you just hold your breath and hope. But I love marching bands, and there are certainly some really good ones out here in Lawrence County. I think West Lawrence may be one of the best bands I've heard after 2 years of covering football. They always bring it every week. So any Raider fans out there in Raider Nation, you guys are doing great work. Keep it up, young men and ladies. Party continues here in downtown Dublin. Trailers rolling down Bellevue Avenue for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. Last year we were out in the field and interviewing a bunch of folks, and I'll tell you, the people here in this area, they're very passionate about this holiday. They love what they do, and they love being ready. More East Lawrence love here. We've got their CTAE program doing their thing. Got the trailer, they're waving at everybody, getting the young minds prepared. And here they come now, ladies and gentlemen. State champion East Lawrence Lady Falcons. We saw these ladies play their hearts out yesterday. They started out with a big lead in the first half, but then almost were in a little bit of trouble against Elbert County, but pulled it out in the end. There's head coach Danielle Lothar, East Lawrence alum, leading her ladies right down Bellevue Avenue. And the crowd goes crazy. They're roaring right now for those Lady Falcons. Congratulations to those folks for their work on an impressive season. They made it to the semifinals last year, and they have climbed to the mountaintop in 2026 in their march to Macon. There goes the truck horn. Can't not have one of those blaring on a Saturday morning. That'll wake everybody else up. If you're not up yet, you will be by the end of it with all these horns you're hearing. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning to get on down to Dublin, and it's a fun drive down Interstate 16 to get here, and then you walk through downtown Dublin and see all the people in their green. Everybody's paying for parking. Everybody's trying to make their spot better than the others, and the party is rolling this morning here in Lawrence County. Thanks again for joining us. 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade going on today. I'm William Bazone, filling in on the desk here in downtown Dublin. We got the rainbow here. Where's the end of the rainbow? Where's the end of the rainbow at? We're just seeing it start and I guess end, but you see a rainbow in the sky and it seems to never end. So I guess that's not necessarily the most. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. Easter at Liberty Church looks like they're all mat. They're not wearing green. They've got the green shamrock, but they're wearing white crew necks. I think what they should have done is gone green and white. Obviously, that's the way to go. But hey, to each their own. They love how they're matching. I think one of them's going to have to change or something though when they're all done with this. They're having a blast. That's a lot of people. Holy Toledo! That might be the biggest biggest part of the parade we've seen. And it's all about community here in Lawrence County. Everybody hugging their friends and family, saying hi to people they know. Always nice to see some friendly faces out here. As we heard earlier, neighbors in Dublin always help each other out, especially during this time of year in the spring. Crazy to think next week's the first day of spring, next Friday. Sun will start shining, the leaves will be back on the trees, and before you know it, it'll be 900 degrees and humid every day. I truly cannot wait for this middle and South Georgia summer, especially when those gnats come out. Can't forget those guys. I don't miss them. But in Cleveland, where I grew up, when the humidity kind of rose in the late, I say late spring. When they started rising after winter ended after 8 months, you would see the gnats kind of fly up in little tribes when it was like 50 degrees and super humid. The midges, the mayflies, the gnats, they were a nuisance. A nuisance, I tell you. I don't wish anybody getting into one of those swarms at all. They're no fun. Meanwhile, Cadillac lowrider going on by. I believe that's Cadillac. All these white wall tires, man. I want to know where they get those. That's a piece of showmanship right here. Dublin Moose Lodge, number 1609, making their way through the Moose fraternity. And Hometown Hero for 2026 following them up. Again, thanks for joining us this morning here in downtown Dublin. This is William Bazone, WGXA News, having a great time. A slight drink of water. As they say, hydrate or dihydrate out here in this weather. As we talked about earlier, could be up to 80 degrees today. Make sure if you're going outside, take advantage of it, because as we heard from that Skywatch weather team, some severe weather may be moving in tomorrow and Monday to rain on the parade. But that was a bad pun, but maybe it's a chance to work on my open mic comedy a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. Yadira Castro is the hometown hero this year. Her family joining her there, friends and family. They're all waving. Congratulations to them. Great work. Always love seeing that community pride. Yeah, there we go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. Got another guy in an inflatable leprechaun suit. Looks like it's hard to walk when your legs are like, they're swollen in like that. Oh, is that guy throwing out M&Ms? Or lady, I should say. That lady, is she throwing out M&Ms? Take it to Paris Home Care. I think that may be some M&Ms right there. If they could throw them up here, I would love to have a pack of M&Ms. Or no, let's see. Maybe it's not. I can't really tell. I'm really excited. I'm now invested in the candy. It might be. It might just be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very invested in the. It's like you're watching the putt on the 18th hole. You're just like, is it gonna be the peanut M&Ms? And it is the bag of peanut M&Ms. How about that? They got bags and bags, and it looks like little large storage bags of candy right there. They're giving them all out. Got the kids riding through on the electric scooter, waving to everybody. And looks like we got the Woodland Heights Baptist Church making their way through now. Is that like a seal or a whale following behind them? And it's got the little green top hat there, making everything brighter. They're waving to everybody. Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to downtown Dublin, 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade going on. Thanks for joining us here on the road this morning for WGXA. William Bazone filling in here on the desk in Lawrence County. It's been a great time out here. We got a blue Toyota now. Get this. So we may have the rainbow by the time we're done today, folks. We've seen neon green. We've seen light blue. I'm trying to think of the most like uncommon car color. There's like orange. There's yellow. I mean, you obviously got the gray, the blue, the green, the red. But like out of the ones you just never see, white, you don't really see a lot of. Well, I guess white cars you do see. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. There's a white truck right there. We already got that one on the list. Oh my goodness, I'm just cracking myself up over here. I'm loving this weather today, ladies and gentlemen. I keep saying it, but you can't beat this out here with this beautiful, beautiful sun. It's shining today. Thankful to our behind the scenes crew here today in Dublin on site with us. Thankful for our crew in the back. Steve, our chief engineer, tipping his hat. We appreciate all the work that you guys do behind the scenes to make us look great every day. And of course, the folks in the booth at home, our awesome production folks. Mason Hawk, Chris Julian, Patrick Remick, Chris Higgins, Lance Cornelius, Danny Chris Solorzano, Hannah Mosley, and our morning PAs as well, Ted, Vasco, all doing awesome work for us. And again, we appreciate everything that you guys do on the talent side to make us sound great, look great. It is much appreciated. I hope I didn't forget any names back there. You guys will have to be in my ear telling me if I did. But you guys are awesome and you rock. I don't think we say that enough. You guys have a really important job. Big R Customs. These are custom golf carts, it looks like. We service what we sell. Wouldn't that be sell? Is that a typo there on that? Is that a typo there? I can't really tell. We service what we say that 5 times fast. We service what we sell. 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 Not too bad. I remember when I was in high school, I did speech and debate, and one of our warm-up drills, you put a pen in your mouth and you say tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue to work on the enunciation. I think that's one of those things that are very important, especially in this job. We're taking a look now over downtown Dublin as the parade continues on. 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in Lawrence County. Thank you again for joining us. We're happy you're here with us. William Bazone here for WGXA News. I love the custom branding. We're seeing a cement truck go by, and it's got the 4-leaf clovers and all the green on it. I'm like, is that like a custom wrap they'll do once a year, or do they is that like one of those things they just have all the time? I'd be so curious to ask those guys. BH Hall. Oh, it's concrete. Okay, I was like, wait a second. Am I reading that correctly? And I am reading it correctly. We got Trail Life Baptist Church now making their way through. And it looks like we got a potential Boy Scout troop here as well. Rents Baptist Church. Trail Life Troop 1011 for Georgia. Boy Scouts have a very important role in society. They teach you how to camp. I did Boy Scouts for like maybe a week. I don't think I was very good at it. I was not the camping type. I love being outdoor, but I was just not one of those kids that was cut out for. I maybe finished as like what do they call them? Cub Scouts. I was not a Weebelo. One of my great friends from back home in Cleveland was an Eagle Scout, and I think that was one of the most impressive accomplishments I've ever seen. My good old buddy Paul Gordos, if you're listening today, bud, miss you lots. It was great to see you last week in the Midwest, and always one of the hardest working guys I know, for sure. Thankful for all my friends and family joining me on this journey here to Macon and supporting what I do every day. It means a lot. We got another mascot costume. This one looks like it might be hot. Looks like it's made of like polyester or something. It's not as shiny. It looks a little older, but they're having a party here. You had me at biscuits and gravy with a green shirt on. I don't know if that really goes, but it does. They got all the beads. Hey, right here. Throw one up here. I'll catch one. I'll wear it. Put her here. Nope, they're not going to do it. We got Cracker Barrel catering right here. I remember one year for Thanksgiving, I think my family did a Cracker Barrel catering for Thanksgiving, and their cornbread stuffing, man, let me tell you, that is some really good stuff right there. I'm not plugging Cracker Barrel, I want to make that clear, but they do make some really good cornbread stuffing. And that's the thing down here in Georgia that I've seen. Everybody calls it dressing, and I'm like, you can't call it dressing. It's stuffing. It's stuffing, guys. It's not pecan, it's pecan. It's pecan pie, right? You can't, you're just getting the pronunciation wrong. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Get with the program. That's all I say. Hope is our pot of gold. Hope, healing, community. I love that message. Words of affirmation on this beautiful Saturday here in downtown Dublin. Hello. Howdy. Happy Saturday. 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dublin, Lawrence County rolling on. And we got a squatted truck right here. Look at this guy. I think my head might maybe go up to the wheelbase there. that is a tall guy right there. Holy Toledo. Winehold Automotive. Oh, he's going down? And he's going... Oh, he's going down now. Okay, now I would look a little less intimidated. William Bazone here filling in on the WGXA News desk today. We appreciate you joining us here. Happy Saturday. We're having a blast out here in downtown Dublin, right outside Morris Bank. 301 Bellevue Avenue, right here at the start of the parade route. And I tell you, I've heard great things about this Munchies thing happening after. A lot of great food in downtown Dublin. And I remember last year, I did a live shot outside this like little ice cream stand. It's probably off to our right here where all that green is. If we get an overhead shot, we may perhaps be able to see it in there. But fun little ice cream shop. They made it really great, and they let us try a little bit of it. And I was like, man, this is some good ice cream right here. Everything's so great today. I haven't been net negative. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing that we're out here lifting everybody up. It's a time to be together, be with your friends and family, and take advantage of it. Can I get an amen? Amen. William Bazone here for WGXA News. Thanks again for joining us this morning here in Dublin. I don't know why I just cracked myself up with that. Capital City Bank now in there. That's another green truck. That's a GMC Sierra. It's green. A lot of GMCs out here today. Rams, Tundras, Tacomas, F-150s, Rangers, Broncos, all those fun trucks. Doing the most out here, pulling all this heavy cargo. Oh, I think this might be the best band in Lawrence County right here coming through. We're not supposed to pick favorites, but I think they always have a great sound when I see them. Concrete Coatings of Georgia. Got concrete, we coat it. Ah, that would make sense. They're a concrete coating business. I don't think they're supposed to file my taxes or anything. That'd be bad. Engineering your success. Parker Aerospace making the way through. Love the green grass on theirs. They're all getting fired up. You can already hear that band from a quarter mile away. That is impressive. Oh my God, they got the dogs! Oh my goodness. They're warming my heart this morning. They're warming my body, and they're warming my heart too, everybody. It's like this is Muddy Paws. Ah, I like that's a good pun. Good pun there. Muddy. And they're mutts. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Leon Thomas. It's a good song. It's a banger. And we got a pug out here. Lurleen Wallace, Ryan Stinnett's dog. Golden Retriever. And that might actually be a mutt. I don't know what kind of dog that is, but that is it's a fun looking one. Now, here we go. We got the West Lawrence High School Marching Band. They made a big run to the state semifinals this year. Could not get to Atlanta, but an incredible season. Ty Cummings, one of the most electric running backs in the state, one of the players of the year in the 3A classification. And here they go. This is going to be loud here, folks. Get ready. Bravo, ladies and gentlemen. That is some incredible work from those West Lawrence Marching Raiders. Some kids are not wearing the uniform, some kids are. I remember we just had to wear the band t-shirts, I think. Again, congratulations to them on their strong run in football this year. Always love hearing their band when I get out to Dexter for some football games. East Lawrence also has a great band. We're just waiting to hear the Dublin Fighting Irish Marching Band as they make their way downtown here. Still partying here on Bellevue Avenue in downtown Dublin. William Bazone from WGXA News filling in on the desk today. Hope you're all having a happy Saturday at home, waking up to some good energy out here today. They got the color guard, they got the baton twirlers. Looks like here comes East Lawrence and their color guard joining in on the party. No, I stand corrected. That is still West Lawrence. This is a big band. They got the flag girls out here. Yeah, I didn't realize how big this band was. When you're on a football field, you don't really, it doesn't look that big, but when they're all walking in a straight line, and there's probably going to be about 200 kids right there. Our band was tiny, man. We barely, I think, had 100 kids, and we didn't sound anything like any of these bands did. So it's out here, it's a sport, right? In a lot of other high schools, band is a sport, and I am in that boat. That band is a sport, cheerleading is a sport, all those competitive, they're competitions. I think you gotta treat it as such. They all do great work. Speaking of which, we got the Southwest Lawrence Elementary Raiderettes making their way through here, having a party, getting festive with their blue and white and a little bit of green mixed in there. Very exciting. Go Raiders. Again, thank you for joining us today here in Lawrence County. We appreciate you waking up with us on Saturday. 10:55 is now the time here in downtown Dublin. A lot of green out here. I didn't notice this up there on that building there off to our right. There's a big old rooftop party. Very exciting. They got the Irish flag displayed. A lot of folks getting a good vantage point of this parade. I got here at about 8:45 this morning, an hour and 15 minutes before the parade started, and lots of folks lined up on Bellevue Avenue. It was hard to get a spot, and I had just gotten here, and about 2 minutes later, they closed off the street, so perfect timing, as they like to say in the world today. More folks from Southwest Lawrence Elementary making their way up this way. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Amen to that. We talked about it earlier, but on the St. Patrick's plate, it's got to be the corned beef. It's got to be the cabbage. You got to get the potatoes in there. Boiled, I think, is preferable. I know some people like their oven roasted potatoes, and those are great. But on St. Patrick's Day, you got to really channel the inner Irish and get you some boiled potatoes. It tastes a lot better. Southwest Lawrence Elementary Leprechauns. Monday night was the famous Lucky Leprechauns, or Little Leprechaun show, I should say. Everybody trying their best to come up with the cutest little costumes. I got to go there last year. It was very fun and a great opportunity for these young kids to be creative and express themselves. I think it's really great to see. We got the pageant queens out here, a little bit different from this little leprechaun event, but they're getting them ready to go. More cheerleaders here for West Lawrence. The West Lawrence support is heavy today. They got a lot of folks out here representing. They're very passionate about this. We got some more folks here from the parade making their way through the Morris Bank parking lot. A lot of green. Like I said, you saw some Masters green. You saw the green and white. Some going white and green. Here come the Northwest Lawrence Elementary Raiderettes. You'll pass that as you come on into downtown Dublin. Getting their little chants going. So they got one set of, oh, that's Southwest Lawrence. Then this is Northwest Lawrence coming behind them. I stand corrected. Please excuse me on that. Once again, we are out here partying today on Saturday. It's the St. Patrick's Day Festival here in downtown Dublin. What's the best costume I've seen? They're asking me in my ear. I think, again, a lot of the best costumes. There have been some good leprechauns out here, but I've yet to see someone that's like, obviously the little kid ones are cute, but I want to see somebody like really go crazy. You see the fake beard, I did see the novelty suit, which I thought was fun, and I think that's one of those things that I think every man should have in their closet is a novelty suit. You never know when you're going to need it. Speaking of which, there's a green novelty suit jacket going on right there, or a dress, I should say, with some beer bottles on it, some Colts and all that. Or horseshoes, I should say, not Colts. I think of the Indianapolis Colts when I see that. But novelty suit guy was cool, and then there was one guy in like a full leprechaun suit. I think that was the best. I haven't seen those like fun like novelty t-shirts yet. Everyone's just kind of wearing the same like Dublin St. Patrick's shirt. I want to see one of those like punny St. Pat's t-shirts. I think that's kind of the fun of these holidays, right? You know, Kiss Me, I'm Irish, something like that, of course. And we've got Miss Northwest Lawrence Elementary here. How about that? Congratulations to that young lady there. We'll give her a wave. And it looks like we have multiple Miss Northwest Lawrence Elementaries. Or maybe one of them is there she is right there in that second truck. I think that's a blue Ford, if I'm seeing that correctly. We had a silver one and a blue one out here in downtown Dublin today. And this is a fun one here with the Boys and Girls Club coming up next. Balloons, they got the flag, they got the top hat on top. I gotta say, that's impressive work. Like, I don't know, do they like strap the hats down? Do they like put duct tape on them? Like, because if it's a windy day like we're seeing today, how do they not just up and blow away? That's the biggest question I've got for some of these people putting things on the top of their cars, especially something like a hat. It's got to be taped or something. I'd have to see. But I think that one's got to be one of the more creative cars I've seen. You got the Lucky there on the front by the emblems there. That's the Boys and Girls Club of Lawrence and Johnson counties. Doing a lot of great work there in the community. So let's see, is it taped? I can't tell if it's taped. Hello, hi. Thanks again for staying with us on the parade route today. We appreciate it. It's been very fun out here this morning in Dublin and Lawrence County. I keep saying that, but it is very true. We got a green motorcycle now. Hey now, this is fun. It looks like it is next to a red one. And it is the Shamrock Honda Kawasaki dealership out in East Dublin. That is a great shade of green right there, I'll tell you. Very fun. Does it have like some like Irish emblems on it? There's a little bit of gold in there, so that's cool. It's a Ninja. Very cool. And they got the little motorcycle too. That looks like fun. That I feel like I see every car today, and it's like I want to drive it. I want to drive it. I want to drive it. I just see all. It's like I'm just like ADD out here. Like squirrel, squirrel. You know, I see it. I'm like, I want to try it. I want to take a try with it. All these ATVs, that would be fun too. Whoa, what is this coming up on our right here? This is like this is a lifted ATV, folks. I've seen everything in the world, or I thought I did, but I haven't seen that. That's a fun one. This is for Premiere. Look at them. They got the little orange house. They got the balloons. Oh, how about this? Got some. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Got some Premier Heating and Air shirts. We will put these off to the side for right now. Getting a little. I didn't even see that guy come up here. Where did he come from? That was a surprise. Premier Heating and that's some AC. AC would be nice right about now. But the sun is shining, and we've seen it in the last like hour. It started right there in front of us, and it's moved. That is proof that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Now this is creative right here. We want to talk about creative costumes. This is great because they've got scooters modded as coolers. I love this because if you need to like get out and take a pit stop, you can like grab a water out of there or a Gatorade and keep yourself hydrated on this toasty parade route. Southern Cruising Mobility. I love that, man. That's a great concept. I'm just so impressed. I would love to, hey, I keep saying it, but I would love to ride one of those. We'll take a look over downtown Dublin right now. Beautiful weather today on our WGXA Skywatch weather cam. Thank you for joining us. 61st annual parade, and speak of the devil, here comes that Dublin Fighting Irish marching band, Big Green. And they're playing that famous Notre Dame fight song. Here we go. Notre Dame is really an establishment. It's a religion for a lot of people. Same thing like Georgia football here, or for our Chief Met Ryan Sinnott, Alabama football. Notre Dame football is an institution up in the Midwest, and a lot of passionate fans. I remember those days, college days, being in Chicago, going downtown for the Green River. That's going on today, actually, funny enough. I miss my second home in Chicago. I had the pleasure of traveling there recently and did not see the Green River, but it was very special to be in a great city that means so much to me. I spent 4 years of college there. Loyola University Chicago, go Ramblers. Although they did not have a good year in basketball this year, so we're not going to talk about that. Here they come now. We'll let them play it out. Big Green Marching Band, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping the party rolling here in downtown Dublin on Bellevue Avenue. We appreciate you joining us for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Parade here in downtown Dublin. Having a blast out here, Dublin City Schools. And the Board of Education following them. And this might be one of the more creative floats I've seen right here. Looks like we've got, looks like Hillcrest Elementary. They went all out this year. They got the pinwheels, they got all the flowers and grass on there. Look at this. This is awesome. Very creative with the float. That might be my winner as of now. That is really creative. There's cactuses on there too. Cacti, I should say. That is so creative. I love that. We got Hillcrest Elementary, then Susie Dasher. Steam Imagineers following that up. Getting the crowd pumped up with those cheerleaders. That is awesome. So creative. Great job, guys. Keep it up. And again, Susie Dasher Elementary School rolling up now. They've got a fun trailer there, getting everybody ready, waving to everybody. They're getting everybody going, pumped up, fired up. Give them a round of applause for their great work. Congratulations to all those kids coming out here today. I know on a Saturday morning I was there once. I was there. It's certainly fun to walk in a parade, but you know, it can be kind of tough. You had a long night the day before. You come on out because these kids are in school. They're coming out on a Saturday. Appreciate their dedication for all these kids, cheerleaders, band members, athletes. Everybody has a big role in making this parade special. So we thank all those kids for coming out here and making it special for all the folks here. And that really surprised me when I heard 22 to 27,000 people coming to Dublin for this entire week. Even this parade has so many people out here. It just really, you really are, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is in the grand scheme of things. Especially out in these parts of town where the counties are smaller and they're small but mighty. They love their community events. They love being involved, and I think that's what makes it really special out here in Lawrence County. Now we got all the inflatable leprechauns here on this trailer. We got 5 houses, 1 IGA, very nice. Intergovernmental organization, I think that's what that stands for. Very nice. Or academy, perhaps. 5 houses. Is this like Harry Potter, like Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Slytherin? I think I took one of those Harry Potter tests and they told me I was like, was it Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw? I don't do with that what you will. I don't know enough about the houses and the Harry Potter lore, but I think I'm just gonna trust it. Trust me, bro. That's what they say, right? Trust me, bro. I'm gonna have to trust them on that one. Reach the lost, restore families. Jesus loves you. Oh, okay, that's a creative shirt, I guess. Very nice. That's cool. They got the balloons on the cross there. They're getting ready. Easter's right around the corner. As we saw earlier, a lot of the churches here getting ready for that. Walking the parade. I do give the churches credit. They are matching. They're all together. I think that's fun. Obviously, the bands match and all that stuff. But the churches are there. They do their thing. They wear everything and they match. They're ready. They're locked in. MGA VG Living, some apartments here in Dublin. And we got the, okay, that's cool. They put the markers on the bus. Very cool. You got the lucky numbers, 25 and 5. Coins, very cool. You got the horseshoes. Oh, wow, look at this. See, every float just keeps outdoing itself. You got the rainbow coming out of the pot of gold with the hat. That's really great work there. Very creative from Farmer's Home Furniture, your hometown store. Large Business of the Year from Dublin Lawrence County's Chamber of Commerce. I got the couch. They look pretty comfortable right there. They got the lazy boy, got the rocking chairs. These seats right here are WGXA wood chairs and this beautiful oak table. Just gorgeous. It's very comfortable. I love sitting on it. It feels like I'm on a throne or something. I feel very important today. It feels very special to be out here, and I'm grateful to be on the desk and be the voice of the festival. It's a unique opportunity. Thanks again. Appreciate you all joining us this morning. It's not the William Bazone Show. This is the Dublin Lawrence County St. Patrick's Day Parade. 61st annual celebration here in the area. A lot of great events throughout the week. We talked about the pancake supper. We talked about the little leprechauns. Obviously, the road race was this morning. I have not run a road race in a while. I am a runner, but I have not run a road race. I know everybody in their 20s is like, I'm going to go run a half marathon. I'm like, I could, but I would have to be ready. I'm more into like short distance, like 5K, 10K. That's more my speed. Maybe someday I will put my mind towards, maybe that's my goal for the next half of the year, is to run a half marathon. I could do it. If I train for a few months consistently, absolutely. Nothing I can't put my mind to. Another church coming through here. Encounter the Dudley Baptist Church for Easter weekend. They're not matching. They are not matching, but having a good time. I think Liberty Church might win for being the most in sync and ready. We are really enjoying this weather out here today. Good for them. More of this church. Looks like Ray is writing me a note here. I may have to check. Oh, whoa, they got the neon sign on top of the truck here coming up. How about that? HEV car hauler and equipment trailers with 3 exclamation points. Okay. That's a big emphasis there. They got all of them. We also build custom trailers. Okay, that's cool. Dudley Baptist Church, saying hello to those folks. Smile and wave out here. I think the horn works. We may have to keep testing it, though. I'm not sure. Did someone's car go off? I can't tell. It might just be that guy honking his horn at everybody. That's very exciting. Got the welding and fabricating. Okay, nice. They're out in Soperton, Georgia. I've been out to Troutman County a couple times. You can listen to the sounds of the parade when we see some folks coming through. Right now, we're taking it easy. Having a great time here in downtown Dublin this morning. Thanks for joining us. William Bazone here for WGXA News. Our WGXA Skywatch weather cam. Parade rolling right on through on Bellevue Avenue. 11:13 is the time. Some more local government members looking to run today in their trucks. I think it's that Ram truck right there with the hazards on. I think he's honking his horn really loud. I can't really tell, but he's out there. He's locked in. He's ready to get everybody's attention. Oh, we got roller skates out here. I remember doing those when I was a kid, and they're very fun. Ice skating would be fun, too. I know at the Macon Mayhem games, they do those post-game with the players and stuff. I know they're coming to the end of their season. Had a big win last night over Pensacola, one of the top teams in the league, 6-5 in overtime. They do some fun stuff over there at the Macon Coliseum. Always great to go see some hockey in Middle Georgia. It's a fun sport to watch. It's the Porsche. It's the Porsche. Here he is. We'll let him roll right on by. Say that one more time. Would I rather be a leprechaun or see a leprechaun? Oh, we got the donuts. Catch a leprechaun. So Vasco, our production assistant, has proposed an interesting question to me. I've got a green donut right here, although we're on the tower cam right now. Would I rather be a leprechaun or catch a leprechaun? I think being a leprechaun would maybe not be so fun because, everybody's like, you feel like you're like a predator, like you're prey to the predators. Everybody wants to chase you. I would rather be chasing after the leprechauns and, just have some fun, even if I get some exercise. It's like, heck, I would love to catch one and get whatever's in the pot of gold. Recovery is possible. Rise up. Hope dealers. I like that. It's creative, unique. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We've got Miss Black Dublin in her court for Dublin and Lawrence County. Looking marvelous today. Very festive float there with the white and the green and the gold. I like that a lot. Not going with the, the orange, and I like that. Creative. Recovery is possible. Oh, look at the poor doggy. But he's wearing a shirt, so he's gonna be hot. No, you can't do that. What are we doing? You can't. He's panting. Chris is right about that. Good thing Gloria Ruth is not here, because she would be sad. And Gloria Ruth Finney is our resident animal lover. She loves all things animals. The funny thing was on, I think it was Thursday. It wasn't a joke. It was real. She had 3 teenage squirrels in her attic, and they had to call an exterminator or somebody to come get them out. It kind of reminded me of like one of those. She was very adamant. That's right. She was adamant about it, and it reminded me of that show. There's a show on Animal Planet I remember from when I was a kid. It was like Call the Wild Man, the guy with like no teeth who would go catch like raccoons and rabbits and all these like rabbit creatures in people's houses, and he would just do it with his bare hands. I was like, you hired that guy to come to your house? I mean, there's a need for it, especially here with all these wild animals, right? You never know when you're gonna need them, but it's like the best late excuse you could ever think of, right? Oh, I'm gonna be there's squirrels in my attic. I'm gonna be late, but it was legit, right? So it's like whenever somebody uses that excuse, just know it is not gonna get milked to death. That is a very unique experience. Niche experience, shall we say, as these kids today like to say. Redeemed Realty, making their way through in their float here. We got a GMC pulling them, and it looks like this is an old Mustang right here. Fun tires on that one, very cool. It's giving 90s, as they say. Let's see, can't tell. I love the eagle on the front though. That's pretty cool. Dublin Mobile Home Supplies. Oh, I love the clown horn too. Hey, that's awesome. Very creative. Lucky. They got the little like shot glasses just dragging on the ground. Maybe they're trying to make like noisemakers or something, like when you would put like baseball cards in your bike spokes and like trying to make sound. Yeah, there you go. There's the clown horn. How about that? Welcome to downtown Dublin, partying today for the 61st annual St. Patrick's Day Festival. 11:18 is your time. William Pizzone, WGXA News on the desk today. Hope you're having a great rockin' Saturday morning, waking up with us. Coca-Cola truck rolling by. And we got the Coca-Cola bear. He could probably use an ice cold Coke after this. He looks a little sweaty in that suit. I think that would be fun to do a story on that with like one of those like team mascots. Like do one with like Mac for the Makin' Mayhem or Kevin for the Makin' Bacon. That'd be fun to like go dress up in like a mascot suit for the day and see what they do. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to have to write that down on my invisible piece of paper. Maybe the donut box, so I can remember. You got the local Girl Scout troop making their way through. Anybody got a favorite flavor of Girl Scout cookies? I think for me, I got to go with Thin Mints. Thin Mints are really good. Steve, our chief engineer, is nodding off to my left. He is a ball knower. He knows ball. He knows what's going on. Those are the best ones. The peanut butter ones are good. The peanut butter chocolate ones. We got the tagalongs, right? Are the tagalongs the peanut butter chocolate ones? Are they? Yeah, those. Okay, so they are. Are those the Samoas? Are the one with like the coconut on them? I know that the trefoils. And there's this whole debate in our office when Amanda Peralta, our anchor, ordered Girl Scout cookies. She was saying trefoils. I'm like, they're trefoils. It's not trefoils. Tray like trace, right? The number. Yes, foiled again, as they say. But I think it's trefoils, and I don't want to be technical Terry about it, but I think it may be trefoils. We'll have to ask the folks at home, is it trefoils or trefoils? Or trefoils? It's like you're saying truffles. Trefoils. Enthralling information. Southside Community Association, wearing their green and yellow today. Dublin Fighting Irish colors. I tell you, watching Dublin football, I say this as the host of our football show, The Blitz, which returns back in August. watching wing tee offense may be one of the most difficult things to film if you are on the sideline, because you don't know where they're going to go, all these fakes, and Roger Holmes has been doing it for, feels like 100 years, but he is a very successful coach, a great guy, and always loved getting out here to Lawrence County and seeing some good football. There are some great teams out here. Dublin, West Lawrence had a great run this year. East Lawrence is always fun to watch as well. They show up. They show up when it matters, that is for sure. And these people showing up today, they are all festive in their green and white. We talked about the Masters green. We talked about the fun outfits. We got the hats on. Everybody's locked in for St. Patrick's Day. We are too here at WGXA. We appreciate you tuning in with us on WGXA News. William Pizzone here on the desk today, being your eyes and ears out here on Bellevue Avenue in downtown Dublin. I'm good. I'm having a great time here. I did podcasting for a little bit, so this is kind of like it's like an hour and a half podcast for me. I like that challenge. I'm okay doing extemporaneous speaking. It's like a 90-minute live shot, which I think is fun. I like the challenge, and if there was like a band or something, you could hear that, but it's just crowd. It's just crowd at this point. We've got a John Deere. Is that a real John Deere or like a model one? I can't exactly tell. Looks like a moped right there next to it. You gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? That was my Clint Eastwood impression for the folks at home. Dirty Harry. It's a fun movie from the 70s. And the verdict is out. It is a real John Deere tractor. It just had, looks like some paper mache there in the wheels, which made it have that kind of artificial look to it. I see. And they got the little Caterpillar tool behind it. Very exciting down here in downtown Dublin. So we're talking about Patrick's favorite drink. Hi, Patrick. How you doing, man? Thanks for all the work that you do in the booth. I think Patrick who? Not Patrick Booth. Patrick, who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about? Oh, Saint Patrick. I thought you said Patrick in the back, but hi, Patrick. Vasco's asking me some questions right now, and I the answer to that question, he might like a Guinness. Obviously it's not a kid-friendly drink, but Guinness, a pint of Guinness for St. Patrick's Day, that feels like a rite of tradition, or like a brown ale, Newcastle brown ale is a good choice. I'd say Guinness, though. He'd probably... Yeah, the green tea is also a good choice if we want some PG beverages. Green tea is great. I do enjoy I'm more of an orange tea guy myself. I suppose that's also Irish colors. Nice herbal tea. Orange tea is my favorite. Total Earth Services making their way down Bellevue Avenue right here in downtown Dublin on the 61st annual parade route. Predictions for Lawrence County football teams, man, we're 8 months out. We're 8 months out from football season. I mean, West Lawrence had a great run, but heck, you got Ty Cummings who's going to Georgia Southern. I don't know if they'll be the same. They may have to reinvent the offense next year. Dublin's obviously pretty consistent, and I think they're moving up a classification with the GHSA changing hands. So they'll be interesting to watch. I think the same with East Lawrence. I don't know if they're moving up. I can't remember if they're moving up or down, but they are certainly in a different classification. And they will certainly try to be more competitive than they have been in the last few years. Again, always a fun team to watch, East Lawrence, those Falcons. And congratulations again to those Lawrence Lady Falcons on their state championship win yesterday. That's the first one in school history for any sport, so good for them. And they are listening to Shabuzi, Salmon's Insurance, Inc. They are having a party out there. There they go. Right on down the parade route here. 61st Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. William Pizzone, WGXA News. Leading your eyes, leading your ears as we walk on through this parade route on a beautiful Saturday morning in Lawrence County. hope the folks at home have a really nice St. Patrick's Day, eat some good food, spend it with family and friends, and be safe and responsible, make good choices. Can't believe we're 1 week away from spring. Said it earlier, I'll say it again. I love the winter. Being from the Midwest, it doesn't bother me as much, but I am certainly ready for a little bit warmer weather. Maybe not 1,000,000 degrees and humid, as I said earlier, but nicer weather would be certainly appreciated. And today we are getting that out here. The sun is shining, and it looks like we've got a young man here in a wheelchair that's wearing his mask and a Halloween I think it might be a dummy. Oh. That is a gentleman. That is not a gentleman. That is not a... that is a dummy, I think. Oh my goodness. I thought that was like a kid, and I was like, oh, that's creative, right? Like, but it was like a CPR dummy. Do my eyes deceive me? I'd be concerned if they did. that was concerned. But I am CPR certified through our office. I got the training a couple years ago. 30 pumps, 1 breath. 30 pumps, 1 breath. That is the key to success when it comes to that. You can do it to Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Great band. I don't think enough people talk about their pre-disco era. So many great songs. Massachusetts is great. I Started a Joke is great. They had some real, sad bangers, man. But if you're ever in, an existential, emotional state, turn on, some, 60s Bee Gees when they were making... Bee Gees when they were making... when they were making their folk music. Bee Gees. Barry Gibb is what they're named for. Oh, here we go. DJ Big making his way down Bellevue Avenue right now. Play us out, DJ. Oh, DJ Big D is his name. Dallas Wood. Did not see the D there. It was blending in. Mobile DJ service. Where's the turntable, dude? Where's the turntable? Is he running Serato on a laptop? This guy is running, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is he's just frame mogging everybody. He's just straight face. He's doing Serato on the laptop. He's Pure Body Co. as well on there. I have never seen a guy just running. I don't even think he's playing. I think he's just switching it in Spotify or something. I thought he was actually going to start going on the 1s and 2s, but he's not, alas. Tracy George for Congress. She is waving at everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. The greatest treasure isn't gold, it's the gospel. And a Jeep pickup truck. I haven't seen that yet today. It's very exciting. Thank you again to all of our on-site crews and our production assistants at home. They have been jeering me on, asking me a bunch of fun questions today. I appreciate you guys. Thankful for all my friends and family and people supporting me along my journey here in Macon. And to be out here today is an absolute treat. I thank the team for the opportunity. It's been very fun. Bozeman Law, Ben Bozeman, attorney at law, riding in a Polaris type of vehicle. Oversized load. With that's a full house right there. This old house I have. This Old House Is All I Have by Against All Logic. It's a great song, house song from maybe 7 or 8 years ago. It samples a song from the 70s or 2, and it sounds really, and that was the sample. This old house is all I have. It is all I have. It's good. It's catchy. Durastore Structures, handcrafted locally, waving at everybody. Love the wood there. I'd love to build one of those houses out in the woods somewhere and just call it home. That'd be fun. Kind of just, it's you have the template. You don't have to go out, do your real estate. You can just make it your own. I think it's very creative. GG Formals making their way through here on their pickup truck, making my way downtown, walking fast. Da 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 da. I miss you. Da 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 da. Jonathan, one of our engineers, is rocking out with us here today. It's a good song. It's a classic song. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles. Every time I think of that song, I think of the Wayans brother movies, White Chicks. It's that was an important part of the movie and a fun one at that. Johnson Motorsports Sales and Service now. I got their. That is a four-wheeler ATV. Whoa, there's a bubble. Whoa, don't hit my donut. Oh, I got bubble juice on the donut. Darn it. Oh, they're blowing bubbles on me now. I don't think I've ever been scared. It's like I'm in the Wizard of Oz or something. They're going to have the bubbles start popping up. That's an Easter thing, right? Yeah, that is an Easter thing. You got, this is cool. I got the decked out ATV right here. They're getting ready. Hello, hi, happy Saturday. Welcome to downtown Dublin for the 61st Annual St. Pat's Parade. William Bazone here for WGXA News, hanging out. Bethesda Baptist now. Got the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. That is technically the end of the rainbow because it's got a cloud. I like that. Very cool. HD Financial Firm, LLC. Don't depend on luck. Depend on HD Financial. That's what they're saying. They got the gold. Is that real gold, you think, or is it fake? I wonder. Maybe they're like gold paper plates. That's cool, though. Very creative. They got rainbow and gold. How about that? And we are coming to the end of the parade here. Just a few things left here. We got Sir Shop and that old green Ford Bronco. There we go. Love to see that. And they will wrap us up here. We got the guys in the green jackets. They'll be wearing those in Augusta next month. And that'll do it for us here in downtown Dublin. Again, we thank you guys for joining us today on the road. We've had a great time. We hope you have at home. Join us on air and online starting Monday. Once again, from here in Lawrence County, I'm William Bazone, WGXA News. Have a great weekend, Middle Georgia.